the sort of incident that could undermine decades of relationship building with the German authorities.
That's all very well,
Not to mention the fact that one of these soldiers might end up doing himself a serious injury. As you rightly said, sir.
You knew of this sound, Major?
Sir.
Then you might have suggested a subtler approach. Good evening, Thomas.
Captain Howard. Sergeant Major Burns. CCTV footage of Corporal Fryman.
Thank you very much.
There, 11:30 p.m.
Fryman. Well done, Thomas.
He's got a bag. We didn't find one at the hotel.
I checked on the company who own the hotel. It's called Kreuzer. It is run by 3 partners, a German, a Turk, a German Albanian. They are dodgy.
How dodgy?
We've investigated them for tax evasion, cigarette smuggling, pornography. We proved nothing.
What's the German Albanian called?
Alexander Kreshnik, German on his mother's side. One conviction 6 years ago for selling firearms to the Albanian mafia.
An Albanian beginning with C. Kreshnik could be Fryman's contact. Do you know he's bound a company called Akshaft, Thomas?
I don't. I can check for you. Now, there's something else. 90 minutes later.
Well, that explains the blood on the car window, but why is she bleeding?
Maybe it's not her blood.
Then she disappears. No idea where.
I assume she's Fryman's girlfriend, but why are we talking about blood?
On the car, boss.
And on the flick knife. Same blood group on the car and the knife, which is suggestive rather than conclusive. But there are clear fingerprints on the knife, so I sent the results to Europol, they sent them around the houses, and the International Police Task Force in Kosovo came up with a match. Anna Vaselli, arrested 8 months ago in Pristina for shoplifting. She's 15.
15-year-old runaway. So that's what Fryman was up to. Did she cut herself or someone else? We've got to find her, Thomas. Can we go public? Make an appeal?
I'll make the calls.
No ID, no sign of injury. Just the key to a hostel. It's like she came onto the street to die.
You think this is a drug overdose?
Yes, but maybe it was given to her.
What's going on, Thomas?
Obviously, she is an illegal. Probably from her clothes. She's a prostitute too. You must have heard. They find the pretty girls in the villages, smuggle them into the West, auction them off.
Who's they?
Gangsters. A 15-year-old can fetch up to $10,000. More if she's younger.
Which hostel was she staying at?
Potsdam, 2 blocks away. She checked in yesterday under a false name.
Thomas. Acid.
Maybe she was sold a bad batch. We'll get it tested.
So, Anna runs from the hotel to the car park. Can't get to the car. Needs somewhere to hide, so she checks in here.
A United Nations ID card for Anna Vesely.
Issued in Kosovo. That would give her access to the UN camps. What's that, June?
A list of flats and bedsits in Liverpool, torn from a magazine.
She was heading for England.
Anna Vesely. We'll have to wait on the post-mortem to find out whether it was murder or suicide.
Or accident?
Or accident. The ID card connects her to someone in the UN, in Kosovo.
Well, Fryman's unit was in Kosovo. A signals detachment. Does UN work?
Well, if Fryman got her out of Kosovo, was he keeping her at the hotel? Was he flogging army kit to keep his teenage mistress in style?
Or Joe's right and the hotel isn't a hotel, and Anna wasn't only servicing Fryman.
Brothels are legal in Germany. Why risk running an illegal one?
No tax, no health authorities, and you can use underage prostitutes. Plus, the Blau Kurtz is owned by a man connected to the Albanian mafia, who know all about prostitution.
Well, steady on. So far, we've only got one runaway girl.
I think there are 2 girls. The accommodation ads. They're numbered. I guess in order of preference, but studios and single bedsits aren't marked. Just 2-room flats.
Well, it could have been setting up a love nest. You can't infer there are 2.
Oh, I think you can. Look at the handwriting. 1 pen used by 2 people, you see? The 4s, the 9s, different.
I say I bow before your combined feminine intuition and agree there are 2 girls. Does that mean Fryman was running a prostitution ring?
Not in his own, he wasn't.
Then who's he working with?
Has to be Kreshnik. Maybe with help from Captain Baxter. You could nick a nuclear sub from Baxter and all he'd do is file a report.
Right. Hippie, you and Harriet take Baxter, shine a light on him, up him, wherever.
Don't you want me to investigate the Rutland's underwear, sir?
No, you've carefully bollocks that up already. Bruce, you and Joe, get back to Mrs. Fryman. See if she knew about her husband's sexual predilections. Just do it, Bruce. Mr. Vickery, get hold of Fryman's phone records. See who he was talking to. I will talk to Thomas Strauss about gangster connections and the naughty hotel.
You're telling me Mike was screwing 15-year-old girls?
We don't know for certain.
Yeah, you do.
Do you think he could do it, Brenda?
What do you mean?
Well, have you noticed any odd behaviour?
Like, was he abusing his kids? No, I didn't notice. But then again, I didn't look. I thought he loved them. But I thought he loved me. Please, go away.
Come on, Joe. There's someone I want to talk to.
We suspect one of your men was smuggling young girls out of Kosovo, sir.
You've got to be kidding. We must be talking about Fryman.
Must we, sir?
Obviously, he was stealing kit, but there was other stuff in Kosovo.
What sort of stuff?
He and Stuart Hodnett were always talking to girls. Kosovo girls on the base, off the base.
Define girls, sir.
You know, girls. Teenagers.
Who were 13 or 19-year-olds?
Both. And in between.
You didn't say anything?
Oh, he was a friendly bloke, a family man. But I thought he missed his kids.
Do you know her, Mira?
Wasn't she on TV last night? A missing girl?
Her name's Anna Vesely. She's Albanian.
I don't know her.
We think she was using your hotel.
First, it's not my hotel. Second, why shouldn't she use it?
We think Anna was smuggled into this country and forced into prostitution.
How do you know she was forced?
You think she'd do it willingly?
You try living in a country where there's no law, no money, and no future.
She was a child, Mira.
So, she grew up fast.
Do you admit that prostitutes work at the Blaukurse?
If men want to pay for sex and women want to take their money, who cares?
Not women, children. And if they try to run away, they end up dead. Her body was found on the street this morning. Do you care?
Yes, I care. I know what girls like Anna go through.
Then help us. We think there's another girl still out there. She could be in trouble.
If I have information, I'll give it to the German police, not you. You should go now. Please. Now.
I have some good news. Kreshnik is the director of this company, Exhaft.
Brilliant. So Fryman was selling military gear to Kreshnik, and he died in Kreshnik's hotel.
It's not a criminal case. We need proof, Kenny.
Well, let us search the hotel. We'll find it.
We don't have enough for a warrant.
2 people have been murdered.
We don't even know that yet.
Oh, so it's a lover's suicide pact. He throws himself out of a window, she takes an overdose. Come on, Thomas.
Okay. I get your warrant for the hotel, and I'll pull Kreshnik in for questioning. But one other thing. The ID card is forged. No watermarks on the paper. Anybody with a computer and a laminating machine can do it. Strauss. Mach ich. Ich gebe Ihnen Bescheid. That was Public Prosecutor Eckhardt. He wants to know why 2 of your detectives are harassing a German civilian in her own home.
I wouldn't call it harassment, sir.
What is it then? You barge into this woman's home, pepper her with questions when you have absolutely no jurisdiction over her.
Mira Schillenhaus is a witness in the Fryman case.
This is not a discussion, Donna.
Sergeant Major Burns had just persuaded Strauss to let SIB search the Blauer Kurse when news of your little exploit came in. Naturally, the Germans will now do this without us.
They should also question Mira Schillenhaus.
Donna! Another incident like this, you'll both be back in uniform. That understood?
Yes, sir.
You may go.
Not you, son Osby.
Mira Schellenhaus made another complaint. That you've been visiting the Blauer Kurse for encounters with prostitutes. That you even threatened her with police raids if she failed to cooperate with you. She didn't specify what cooperate meant.
This is completely untrue, sir. I went to that hotel once, the night Fryman died. Sergeant Major Forney can vouch for my actions that night.
Visiting a prostitute is not a crime, Sergeant Hornsby.
I've never done it, sir! Apart from once, a Nicosia nightclub, when I was 19 and drunk as a skunk. But as a certain person in this room was with me at the time...
All right! Did you have a relationship with this woman?
It ended 2 years ago, sir.
I don't care if it ended 20 years ago. I should have been told.
You compromised SIB's role in this investigation. You've damaged our standing with the German authorities. You're off the case. Sergeant Major Burns will reassign you.
Yes, sir.
I'm very disappointed in you, Sergeant Hornsby.
Sir.
Wait outside, son Hornsby.
That's 4 people in this section I've had to talk to. Are we losing our grip, Kenny?
Is that the royal we, sir?
I'd be very concerned if an old friend wasn't as sharp as he used to be.
No tomorrow, no tomorrow.